Alright guys, welcome to another video of AR Outdoorsman. Today I'm going to be showing you my bass fishing tackle. Alright, so let's get into it. So, here I have all my soft plastics. I just have a bunch of flukes and craws, swim baits, worms, just brush hogs, beaver baits, grubs, anything, you name it, I got it. And I'm going to show you my frogs. I just keep my frogs in like this little this box I found around just laying around my house, like down in my art room or the laundry room. And I have this snag-proof moss mouse. I've only caught like 2 fish on it. The tail's bent. It fills up with water. I don't really use it much. And I have this KBD Sexy Frog. This thing works really good. I absolutely love it. And you see it's got really good stout hooks. They don't bend at all. You can pull gigantic bass from really heavy cover. And I have this Booyah Poppin' Pad Crasher in this brown with the white belly. I really like it. I had to trim up the legs a little bit. It's got the poppin' little addition to it. That's why I got it. And then I have this H2O Express frog that I colored the legs with like a red Sharpie, and I colored the body with the black Sharpie so it would stand out better in like sunny days. It was used to be white. Then I have this Mazuo frog that I got from Dunham Sports up in Michigan. I have this snag-proof original frog, I think that's what it's called. When you twitch it, the legs just look like kick. It's like a Lunkerhut frog, kind of like one of those. And I have one of these vicious frogs. I only like it because the hooks are too far down inside the frog, and when you set the hook, they just set into the frog itself. I mean, you can get a bunch of blow-ups with it, but it doesn't really work that good. So that's basically all my frogs. I'll show you my chatterbait box and spinnerbait box. I just have a couple jigs. Here's one with it's just this jig. This jig right here is like a swim jig. These are mostly swim jigs. That's basically all I use. With like a double curl tail grub trailer. And have this black and blue one with the Zoom swimming chunk trailer on it. I've got this scrounger head chatterbait. I don't really use it much. I just have more trust in the chatterbaits. But this one looks like it has a better hook, so I'm gonna start using it. And this thing, when you hook fish, it can bend instead of the metal blade on chatterbait. And here's a 3/8 ounce chatterbait in Sexy Shad color with a Zoom's Junior Swimming Fluke on it. I love these as trailers. I've caught many big bass. I caught a 5.5 pound smallmouth on one and a 7.5 pound largemouth. And then I've got my fish sticks, attractant, just crawdad and shad. I'm going to be getting some Bass Dynasty slime pretty soon. I'm going to order the shad and the bluegill scent. And I have this white chatterbait. It's just got the original trailer on it. I didn't feel like putting one on, so I just threw that on there. So, yeah, I've got that one. This is my favorite color. This is my favorite bait of all time. It's caught all of my big fish. I have this 3/8 ounce white and chartreuse chatterbait with the double twin-tailed grub on it. Then I have another chartreuse and white chatterbait with another chartreuse and with another twin-tailed grub with trailer on it. I have this Booyah spinnerbait. I took off the willow leaf blade and put on a Colorado, and I put on a trailer hook. And I've got this Terminator spinnerbait. I lost a skirt to it, so I just threw one on. I've got a couple Booyah Pond Magic buzz baits. I have this buzz bait. I absolutely love buzz baits, but I tend to lose them a lot. I'll cast them to trees, and it pretty sucks. And there goes $5. So yeah, I'll show you my hard baits now. My hard bait box. I need to get more hard baits and just more lures in general. So I'm gonna start fishing professionally, in tournaments for my high school stuff. I've got a couple poppers here. can get them apart. I can't get them apart, so. And I've got this Rebel miniature popper. This catches, like, you can use it in, like, creeks, and it works pretty good. Then I just have this, like, Cotton Cordell square bill. I don't really fish it much. It's just in my tackle box, like, just in case I need it, like, if I run out of square bills. And then I have this Rebel frog R. It's like a wolf dog style bait. I've caught a bunch of fish on this in ponds. Then I've got a Rebel pop R. This is my favorite popper. Like a bluegill colored. It's got orange belly and like stripes and a black back. Those baits work really good. And I have an H2O Express flat-sided square bill. This bait works really good. It goes to like 2 to 4 feet deep, I think. Then I've got some tiny torpedoes, baby bass, and a fire tiger. I traded 2 of my tiny torpedoes. I sold them to one of my friend's little brother for like $8. So yeah, and they have this like spook. And then I've just got like a bunch of random spoons and stuff. I caught a 15-pound salmon on a rainbow trout colored spoon. And I've got this H2O Express Crank D. It goes like 6 to 8 feet deep in this like sexy sad color with like glitter. It's a good color. I like these baits because they're like $3. They're really cheap and they work really, really good. I have another one, a Crank D, and like chartreuse back with the blue back with a chartreuse belly. It's got like those little gill flares, and they're red, and it's got VMC hooks on it, which I really like because they're cheap baits and they come with good hooks, so I don't have to change them out. And then I have this Rapala Shad Rap. I don't really catch many fish on it. I just like found it on the bank. And I have this. This is probably my favorite hard bait. This KVD 1.5 square bill. It goes from like 2 to 5 feet deep. Chartreuse, blue back, the chartreuse belly, and a white sides with these little black dots each side. And it's all like chewed up and banged up from all the rocks and stuff, but it's still got good hooks. And I have a jointed Shad Rap and baby bass color. I don't really catch much fish on that. And then I'm another Shad Rap and or the original color. I have a man's weight bait. I have 2 of these. Oh, where's the other one? Just 2 of these. This one's missing the front hook. I have no idea where that went. Just one with like, this one's like a black back with a chartreuse belly. This one's like a black back with a gold belly. And I have, this is an old Strike King crankbait. It goes to about 8 to 10 feet deep. It works really good for like deep, clear lakes. Just got it hung in my pocket. I've got this Rapala Shad Rap. I love these. It's a DT. No, it's not a Shad Rap. It's a DT6 in the green crawdad color. The back hook, it like had like that elongated like back shank, and I didn't really like it. I kept losing a bunch of fish, so I switched it out with the regular VMC hook, and it hookup ratio is great. And I have a bunch of H2O Express lipless crankbaits. I have this small one. It's like 2.5 inches long. It's a crawdad. I use this H2O Express one. It's like a 3/8 ounce shad colored at my friend's reservoir in Lone Oak, Arkansas, and I caught 3 6-pounders out of one. There's like one little bush. We were fishing in the spring. I caught 3 6-pounders, and I was like, "Hey Jack, just cast in there one more time to see if there's another fish." And he caught a 4-pounder, and they all came off this one little bush. It had like 4 twigs just sticking up out of it. Looked like it would never hold a fish, but I mean, we caught 22 pounds of fish off of 4 fish, 22 pounds of fish off of one little twig. I have this Bill Lewis rattle trap in the bluegill colored. I caught another nice bass on that at my friend's reservoir. I've got a couple more H2O Express shad colored lipless crankbaits. Another 2.5 inch little sexy shad colored lipless crankbait. This bait works really good for like sight fishing, like on beds, because bass absolutely hate bluegill during spawn. You just flip it up in a bed and just let it nosedive and those little tail kicks. It's like H2O Express, and it's like $3, and it's got good hooks on it. I've got, this is probably my favorite lipless crankbait. It's a Strike King Red Eye Shad. It's a bleeding red eye shad. It's got little red dots on each side and the red hooks. This bait catches a lot of fish. That's basically it for my hard baits. I'll show you what I've got in my backpack. Oh, here's my hook box. All my weights and hooks and some like bobbers if I'm like catfishing or crappie fishing. It's got a bunch of like 3/8 ounce jig, just round ball jig heads for like tubes or something. Then I have some tube jig heads and a couple different weights. I've got some Mustad and Owner 3/0 and 4/0 and 5/0 extra wide gap hooks. This is like my basic all around go-to hook for like worm fishing. I have a couple of those Bass Pro Shops brand hooks. They also work really, really good. They're like $8 for a pack of 25, and like I've had this pack of 25 for like half a year, and they're super sharp. You don't have to sharpen them at all, and they're really strong. They don't bend, so I love those. And I have some more of those Bass Pro Shops brand, just like a straight shank, not a straight shank, like it just a what it's called, just like a wide gap hook. Now some dome. Now some of these Mustad hooks with like this little spring on them that holds your bait on. I use this like for trick worms and stuff. I have some more of those in a bigger size, and I have some that have weights on them, like right here. You can move this weight up and down. They're like a Mustad brand. I don't know if you can see that. Like, you can move the weight up and down. They're like good. You're like good for small swim baits. I have these, just swim bait, extra wide gap hooks. I got some Bass Pro Shops shaky heads. Just look at those shaky old shaky heads. I have some VMC spin shot, drop shot hooks. These are amazing. And they've got like the perfect like bend in the hook, and they've got like a little swivel attached to the eye. And they've got like that, so you just tie your main line here and just tie like a dropper down to your weight, like a drop shot weight. Those look really good. Show you to use. I have some really small VMC weedless wacky hooks, and then I have some Gamakatsu